Hi everyone, this is Darcy with Preserving My Sanity. Sorry I'm just a minute late. I'm having a little trouble with my laptop here. So let me just make sure I'm live. I'm live on my phone and I'm just going to double check it on my laptop here. Okay, looks like I am there. That'll actually allow me to see any comments too from anybody that comes in the video. So, it looks like we're ready to go. So thanks for being here with me today. This is the first episode of What's in Your Fridge. Basically what I wanted to do here is, here in our kitchen, we try really hard to have a no waste or as little waste as possible kitchen. So whether that's eating leftovers or finding new ways to use leftovers or finding creative meals to make with random ingredients in our refrigerator, all of those things, we the goal is of course no waste. So I just wanted to share a few things today about what we do. And then if, as anybody is on and has any thing you'd like to share with me, I'd take that live too. The goal being you tell me a few ingredients that are in your refrigerator and I am put on the spot to try to help you come up with a meal to make with it. So anyway, since nobody has anything yet for me, I will go ahead and just talk about a couple of things we've done recently. So the most recent sort of creative meal that we made was earlier last week. We actually had part of a portobello mushroom left in the fridge that needed to be used. We had half of a package of venison burger. And we had some asparagus. And so my husband's actually better at this than I am, but I decided we should make some like mushroom pasta, basically mushroom and sausage-ish pasta with the venison. We have some seasoning that we add to the burger that makes it taste kind of like sausage. So that was kind of the goal. Anyway, he took the leftover meat that hadn't been cooked yet and he turned it into meatballs. So he added some breadcrumbs to it, some seasonings, and he actually chopped up some of the asparagus really fine into the meatballs. So it was basically like asparagus and venison meatballs. In the meantime, I chopped up some yellow onion and that portobello mushroom and took out a can of cream of mushroom soup, which we actually don't use very often here, but I buy the low sodium reduced fat kind. And so sometimes we do use it. Anyway, so I used a can of that, and then I made kind of a mushroom cream sauce with those things. And then as the cream sauce was cooking, he actually decided that some of our dehydrated arugula and our dehydrated kale that I made from our garden last year would be good crumbled up in it. So we crumbled up some kale and arugula into the sauce while the meatballs cooked, and then we mixed it all together. And then we actually cooked spinach pasta from Aldi with it for the pasta part. So it ended up being a really vegetable-y meal with all of the different vegetables, but it was good. It turned out. So that's just one example of a few things we used from our fridge that turned into a dinner. If you actually look on the blog, I've got a couple of other examples. One of my favorite things to make with leftovers is barbecue chicken salad. Lots of times in the summer, which luckily we're coming up here on warmer weather and more grilling time. So, whenever you make grilled chicken, you always end up with a piece or two or three left over, and like when we make it, we make a bunch of it, so we have a few meals of barbecue chicken, and then by the end there's a couple of random pieces left, and I always like to make barbecue chicken salad. So at that point, maybe you also grilled some sweet corn, so you have your grilled chicken in the fridge, you have your sweet corn in the fridge. If it's summertime, lots of times you have other vegetables around like tomatoes or avocados or any of the things that are good on just a salad. So you take the leftover chicken, you take it off the bone, you make your salad, you put the chicken on there, You take the corn off the cob, put the corn on there, cut up your tomato, your avocado, shred some cheese, put all of those things on there, and then you can turn it into a weeknight dinner salad. So that's a recipe for that is actually up on the blog if you want to check that out. It's at preservingmysanity.com. One other recipe I'll tell you about really quick is I see there's a couple of people coming on. If you have anything you'd like to tell me about that's in your fridge, I'd be happy to help you think of a way to use it. I'm keeping an eye on the comments over on my laptop, so I think I'll see it if you comment. I'm actually kind of new to doing lives. I'm trying to expand my comfort level. So I am usually, when I give you guys videos, I pre-record. Today I'm live. So I think if you comment, I'll see it. Anyway, one other recipe I'll tell you about real quick that's on the blog. I made it actually a while ago for loaded potato nachos, basically. So we had a few potatoes randomly left, needing to be used. We had a leftover hamburger or two in the fridge and some sweet peppers. And so I was looking at it and I was like, well, what should I make with this? Because, you can't really have a leftover hamburger patty with sweet peppers. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? So I actually took the potatoes and I sliced them all up into rounds and pre-cooked them a little bit. And I laid them all out on a baking sheet and I crumbled up the leftover hamburgers. Meanwhile, I sliced the peppers with some onions, cooked them all in the skillet, and compiled it all onto the baking sheet. So it was the sliced potatoes with the peppers and onions and the cheese and the burger. And then I just baked it until everything melted. And you can find that recipe up on the blog too. So you just refresh and make sure there's no comments. I don't want to miss anything. So you can see it's relatively easy to think of different things that you can make with random ingredients that you have. Doesn't look like there's any comments. If you did comment and I missed it, I do apologize. But anyway, feel free, even after the video is over, feel free to comment. If you have any ingredients you'd like to share with us, I'd be happy to still help you after the video is over. And I'll be doing more episodes like this too. So, you can always catch the next one live and give me your ingredients next time. But to those of you that did tune in, thanks so much for being here with me. And I hope you have a great night. Talk to you later.